The child is too thin, dirty, and ill-mannered. Whose brat is this?" "Well, my lord, in a manner of speaking, the child is, well, yours." "The child is not, in any manner of speaking, mine." "The responsibility for the child, I should say." "And how do you reach such a conclusion?" the Earl asked, rubbing his chin and eyeing the child. "That is the former Earl's progeny, as best anyone can figure," Alderman said. "Because the Crown has seen fit to give you Rosecroft, then its dependents must fall to your care as well." "Sound reasoning," the Earl allowed, considering the child. But, dear God, St. Just thought, on a spike of exasperation, it needed only this. The former title-holder was dead, and had left no legitimate issue. As the Rosecroft estate was neglected and in debt, the Crown had not looked favourably on taking possession of it through escheat proceedings. An earldom had been produced from thin air, as a minor title would not do for the firstborn of a duke, and the estate had been foisted off on a man who wanted nothing to do with titles, responsibilities, or indebtedness of any kind, much less, merciful God, dependence. "Listen, child." The Earl sat on the rim of the fountain and prepared to treat with the natives. "You are a problem, though I've no doubt you regard me in the same light. I propose we call a truce, and see about the immediate necessities." "I won't go," the child replied. "You can't make me." Stubborn, the Earl thought, keeping his approval to himself. "I won't go either, but may I suggest, if you're preparing to lay siege, you might want to store up some tucker first." The child scowled and blinked up at him. "Eat," the Earl clarified. It had been a while since he'd had to converse with someone this small. "Armies, as the saying goes, march on their bellies, not on their feet. You need to eat." His opponent appeared to consider the point. "I'm hungry." "When was the last time you ate?" The child might be as old as 7, but it would be a thin, puny 7 if that. 6 seemed more likely, and 5 was a definite possibility.
"I forget," the child replied. "Not today."
As the sun was lowering against the green Yorkshire hills, the situation required an immediate remedy. "Well, come along then." St. Just held out a hand. "We will feed you, and then see what's to be done with you." The child stared at his hand, frowned, and looked up at his face, then back down at his hand. The Earl merely kept his hand outstretched, his expression calm. "Meat pies," he mused aloud. "Cheese toast, cold cider, apple tarts, strawberry cobbler, sausage and eggs, treacle pudding, clean sheets smelling of sunshine and lavender, beeswax candles." He felt a tentative touch of little fingers against his palm, so he closed his hand around those fingers and let his voice lead the child along. "Berry tarts, scones in the morning, ham, bacon, nice hot tea with plenty of cream and sugar, kippers, beefsteak, buttered rolls and muffins."
"Muffins?"
the child piped up wistfully. St. Just almost smiled at the angelic expression on the urchin's face. Great blue eyes peered out of a smudged, beguiling little puss, a mop of wheat-blonde curls, completing a childish image of innocence. "Muffins?" the Earl reiterated, as they gained the side terrace of the manor and passed indoors. "With butter and jam, if you prefer. Or chocolate, or juice squeezed from oranges."
"Oranges?"
"Had them all the time in Spain."
"You were in Spain?"
the child asked, eyes round.
"Did you fight old Boney?"
"I was in Spain," the Earl said, his tone grave. "And Portugal, and France, and I fought old Boney. Nasty business, not at all as pleasant as the thought of tea cakes or clean linen, or even some decent bread and butter."
"Bread and butter is good. I'm the Earl of Helmsley."
The Earl of Rosecroft stopped and frowned. "Better you than me. I'm Rosecroft, of all the simple things to name an earldom."
"This estate is Rosecroft, and it belongs to the Earl of Helmsley."
Would that it still did, St. Just fumed silently. Had no one told the child of Helmsley's death? "We are in the midst of a truce," the Earl reminded his companion.